really fun to just customize to each client. That's a bevel bar is basically like a 3D piece of glass that kind of fractalizes the light. You and I would work together to do some hand sketches. We use our CAD program as well. Balances beauty and privacy. So we have an installation method called the bonded installation. I'm Shannon. I'm the designer at Scottish Stained Glass. I've been in the design world for about a decade now. And one of the common questions that a lot of clients ask is how to get a piece of stained glass commissioned that balances beauty and privacy. And one of the easiest ways to go about that is to be intentional with glass choices. I'll often suggest we go with something with a little bit heavier texture, which allows a little bit more privacy without totally blocking that beautiful sunlight that we want in our bathroom. One of the fun things that I get to do in this job is balance clients' personal styles with the end goal of the piece of stained glass. So some clients really like sort of the classic, more Scottish leaning, bevel heavy pieces of stained glass. And some clients really like a little bit more of a modern contemporary look. A lot of clients are really drawn to the artist Frank Lloyd Wright, lots of geometric shapes, lots of smaller pieces. But it's really fun to just customize to each client. That's the best part. It's what a lot of people think of when they think of stained glass. A bevel bar is basically like a 3D piece of glass that kind of fractalizes the light as it comes into your window. Depending on how the sunlight hits it, it'll kind of like throw rainbows through and looks really beautiful and allows nice privacy while still being really beautiful. A lot of clients ask how they can protect their stained glass so it lasts for generations to come. One of the things we like to do here at Scottish Group is we build what's called a sealed insulated glass unit. And that essentially means we have a triple pane window. We have an interior pane of glass that protects your stained glass piece from splashes, from humidity. Then we've got your stained glass pane, what we commission and design for you. And then we have your exterior pane of glass, which protects your window from the elements, just like a normal window would. Those are really, really good option for bathrooms specifically. The process works is essentially you can either contact us via our web form or call us directly. And as the designer, I would work with you to gather inspiration images. I'll usually ask you to do a preliminary measure where we can kind of see roughly what size we're working with. I can walk you through what the outcome needs to be, what kind of application for installation would be appropriate for your specific project. And then we get to start the fun process of designing. You and I would work together to do some hand sketches. We use our CAD program as well to make sure that everything is evenly spaced and scaled appropriately. Once we have the client's approval in CAD, we will print out your piece to scale. And it's basically like a big paint by numbers in the studio. Our artisans create the piece custom to your exact design. And the process of building is actually so cool. So they'll start with the scaled drawing. Then they'll pick the glass out that we've selected together. They solder every point for you, and then they clean it and give it lots of love. And then once your piece is complete, we'll do quality control and make sure it looks perfect for you. And then depending on your location, we either ship you a completed piece or we'll do the installation for you. We have an installation method called the bonded installation. We create a custom piece for you, and then we will use a super strong adhesive. It's 3M tape that we adhere to the outer border of your visible glass in your window, and then we'll stick your commissioned piece of stained glass to it. Make sure that it's completely level with your window, and it sticks there. And then we go over the edge of it with a matching caulk to your system. One of the most common questions is how much does a project like this cost? And I always say, like, this is basically like commissioning a custom piece of art. If you're ever curious about how much a project your size might cost, we'd love to chat with you and we can talk about the size of your window or whatever application you're thinking, and talk about design. And we can usually give you kind of a rough estimate of what your project might end up costing.